A small business owner records a promo on her phone, listens back once, cringes, and deletes it. An hour later, the ad still is not done. The script still is not right, and the product still is not online. That kind of delay happens more than people realize. And that is exactly where this business starts. The real question is this: who gets paid when a voice can be created in minutes instead of hours? Most people look at AI voiceovers and think novelty, funny clips, cheap content, internet gimmick. But the real opportunity is much more practical than that. Businesses need voices everywhere: product demos, ad creatives, explainable videos, training modules, local business promos, app tutorials, faceless YouTube channels, podcast intros. And for a long time, voice work had a hard constraint. You needed a real person, a recording session, clean audio, retakes, scheduling, file delivery. Now a lot of that can be compressed into software. That does not make human voice talent useless, but it does change the economics of lower and middle-tier voice work fast. Here is the first question: why would anyone pay for an AI voiceover if the tools are already public? Because tools are public, results are not. Most people do not want to learn pacing, script cleanup, pronunciation control, emotional tone, timing, or revision workflow. They want a usable file that fits the video and sounds right the first time. That is the hidden layer. The product is not access to the tool. The product is removing the mess between the script and the finished audio. And that gap is bigger than it looks. Because bad AI voiceovers are obvious. They rush. They flatten emotion. They stress the wrong words. Misread abbreviations. They turn simple scripts into robotic noise. Good AI voiceover work is not just clicking generate. It is script preparation, punctuation tuning, sentence shaping, phonetic spelling, pause control, export cleanup, and matching the voice to the use case. That is why this can become a real service. Real-world example number 1. A small local business needs short video ads for social media every week. They do not want to hire a voice actor every time. They do not want to record themselves. And they do not want low-quality phone audio. An AI voiceover workflow gives them speed, consistency, and lower production friction. Real-world example number 2. A faceless YouTube channel wants to produce multiple videos every week without depending on live narration sessions. In that case, the value is not just the voice, it is the system. Clean script in, polished narration out, faster publishing cycle. That is why this topic matters. Here is the second question: what actually makes one AI voiceover better than another? 3 things usually decide it: script quality, voice selection, and timing control. If the script is written like an essay, the audio sounds wrong. If the voice does not match the topic, the video feels fake. If the pauses are off, the whole thing loses trust. That is where technical detail starts to matter. Simple punctuation changes can change rhythm. Rewriting numbers, acronyms, and names can stop ugly mispronunciations. Breaking long lines into cleaner beats can make the same voice sound more human. That means the hidden income is not just in generating a voice. It is in knowing how to direct one. Here is the third question: if this is real, why do most people still overlook it? because it looks too easy from the outside. People hear a finished AI voiceover and think the software did all the work. But a lot of money gets made in that middle layer most people never see. The cleanup, the taste, the revision choices, the tone matching, the delivery system. That is true in a lot of AI businesses. The tool gets attention. The workflow gets paid. And this is where the intro question gets answered. Who gets paid when a voice can be created in minutes instead of hours? Not just the company that made the model. The people who know how to turn that raw speed into something clients can actually use. That is the real business. Not selling a button. Selling the finished output. Because when production gets easier, volume increases. And when volume increases, people start paying for speed, consistency, and polish. That is why AI voiceovers matter more than they look. They are not just replacing effort. They are creating a new layer of low-friction media production. And the people who learn that layer early usually see the opportunity before everyone else hears it. Subscribe if you want more hidden income ideas that sound simple, but pay because they are useful.